All right, we're live. You ready? Okay. So, welcome everybody. I'm Jeannie Petrucci, registered dietitian nutritionist and founder of Living Better X. And we are going live from the FNCE Floor. We are at the Food Nutrition Expo and or Conference and Expo. Is that right? Did I get that fancy? Yep, got it right. And I am here with one of our Living Plate RX members and physician assistant, Shefaly Ravula.
Got it.
Did I get it right? Okay, great. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Correct.
Okay, great. And I want to ask you three questions because you and I have been talking. We're actually living in the same loft during the conference.
Yes,
It's been fun. It's just so great getting to know you.
Beautiful. It's nice.
And then to know Shefaly a little bit better. She just has so much to offer, and I really just wanted you to share your story. So first, can you tell us who you are?
Yeah. I'm Shefaly Ravula. I'm a PA, board certified physician assistant. So, in the medical model, but I also practice my version of, what's nutrition and what I learned through, the IFM Institute and Integrative Institute with Dr. Weil, and just also a lot of self-taught. Yeah,
Sure.
tons of it. So and I have a practice. It's Precision Metabolic Health. I opened it a year and a half ago, and then discovered soon after Living Plate, and I love it. I love the content.
And we love having you as a member. Really appreciate you. Could you tell us who you serve?
Yeah, I serve, I would say 30s and up, men and women. My background in conventional medicine is in gastroenterology mostly. And so my story is that I was in GI in the conventional model, and here I am trying to treat IBS, fatty liver, GERD, and I'm tired of prescribing PPIs and all this stuff, and trying to incorporate food as medicine and nutrition in my short, like 10, 15 minute, visits. And I was really up against a wall because the groups I'd worked with didn't have dietitians on hand, wouldn't refer them out.
Right.
And I'm sitting here trying to give whatever I know. So really, I decided that, I'm going to leave, do my own thing, do gut health, which I'm really good at. And I have one foot in each door, the integrative space, holistic.
Let me just say, this morning, one of our loft mates gave me a handful of supplements, and I walked over to you. I'm like, can I take these? What are these? And she's like, yeah, you'll be fine.
I did say watch her liver enzymes once in a while.
Yes, that's true. That's true. They're pretty benign. Yeah, don't worry. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. So I do gut health and all that, but I think gut health and weight loss are like a side effect of our philosophy in our program. I mean, gut health is kind of core, and I'm good at it, but I really love the space of longevity and health optimization and cardiovascular health. That's what I love. Yeah.
And what is exciting you the most, really, in the area of nutrition care for, different conditions?
Yeah, I think so. Data. So I know CGMs, a lot of us in the field do that, but
just, can you define CGMs for some of our guests who might not know what that is?
Yes, continuous glucose monitor.
So the sticky things.
Yeah. So that's real, great data, but there's so much other data that's coming out. So genomics. So I do nutrigenomics in our practice, which I love. And I'm constantly getting trained in that because that's, very something you can, adopt to work on with lifestyle measures, right? And then I also love other data like body composition scans that helps because we do a lot of metabolic health, so it's really helpful to have a lot of that.
What would be the, because we were talking about that. This is what we do. Like, we were talking about body composition scans on the way here, like on the sidewalk, right?
We're nerds.
Yeah, we are. And I was really fascinated by what you were sharing with me. So tell us about DEXA, like what you're getting that data, but what kind of data is that and why is it important?
Okay. So there's different types of body composition scanning. And a lot of people do have the in-body because it's a machine that some practitioners can have in their office. I would say obesity medicine practitioners definitely have them, some dietitians and other practices, but it's limiting and it's not as accurate. And I learned this from the biohacker longevity community, like Peter Attia and all those people, and very science-based, where we know that DEXA scans are more accurate. And
is it the same DEXA? Is it the same principle as the bone scan?
It's the same principle, but it is not the same level of radiation, and you're not getting all those metrics. I mean, you could, but you'd have to ask a radiologist to then, first of all, you have to get the order from a clinician or a prescriber, and then you would have to go to a radiology center, and the radiologist would have to read it. So yeah, you do need a bone density scan separately, but this is body composition, and we're looking at 4 things: visceral adiposity, pro-inflammatory fat, helpful in metabolic health, sub-Q fat. Kind of do need to know, but
what is sub-Q fat?
So that's
by the way, don't be worried. I know the answer to the question, but I need her. I'm just like drawing out the information so like you can be educated, you know? Yeah. Okay.
Really
So
good.
yeah, really good.
That's your fat that is, it's not coating your internal organs, so it's not going to be the pro-inflammatory fat. It's where you store your body fat. You need that. But a lot of people get a little obsessive about, not obsessive, that's not a nice word. They get focused on their
Because it's a visual thing.
Yes, it's a visual thing. But I'm more interested in skeletal muscle mass, and that is so important in the field of longevity. I mean, why are we all doing this, right? We're wanting to live longer. We're preventing chronic disease, so we have to be thinking of longevity factors, and nutrition's one piece of it, but there's so many other pieces too.
So what would you say, like what would be the biggest takeaway on longevity medicine? Like what is the one thing that a consumer or even a practitioner could focus on with their consumers, like low hanging fruit? Like what besides changing your diet, which is not an easy thing to do, but like what is something that they can do immediately that can help improve their chances of longevity?
So immediately, there's not a lot you can do immediately, right? It takes time to reverse everything.
It's a long game.
But if you wanted to be immediate, I'd say get the data first. Like understand your labs, make sure someone's looking at your labs with a functional medicine or health optimization lens. So they're not just looking at, what's in the red. Let's look at what's in the not red either. Get all the data, like maybe get your genomics, maybe get, I don't think you have to spend that much money, and you can do it with, food tracking. I think is important, but not for everybody. And not long-term either. So it's all about a balance, I think, but I would say besides food, because I got into this with food as medicine, because I'm thinking, my dad had a heart attack. He's a thin man, vegetarian. I don't understand this 25 years ago. And that's how I got into this. But food isn't everything, and nutrition isn't everything. So I would say the next thing to look at is sleep, stress, and definitely exercise physiology.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yeah, no, and you know what? Let's do this. When we get back home and we have more time, we'll have a conversation so that we can go a little bit more into depth with our guests. Is that okay? All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, Jeannie. It was so awesome. Okay. Bye.